Come on, New York, how's everyone doing? That's what I thought you said. Now, do me one big favor, turn left, right, and tell somebody you look good. Now do it one more time and say, but I look better.
I don't look better than the
So who's ever seen the movie called The Secret? I wrote a best-selling book called The Obvious. Who would like one of these today? I only have one copy. Oh, you got it. Wow, that's fast. Damn. So rule number one in making money, please write this out, is called Goya. What's it called? It means get off your assets, right? Yeah. You guys know that in New York. Listen, I've never met anybody in New York that's not willing to hustle, yes or no? You know, if you're going to make it here, you think you're going to sit around and make it here, it's not going to happen. Right this way is fine. Tim? Here, right down the middle is fine. So today we're going to do something kind of different. Hey guys, if you're in the back, come sit up front, okay? This is going to be a fun Q&A. It's not going to be a lecture. It's going to be a little conversation about building 7 to 9 figure businesses. Would that be okay? If your business already does $100 million a year, sit in the back. If you're under $100 million a year, then come to the front. Would that be okay? Come on guys, we want to make this a fun conversation, that's all. That means kind of stand up, work with me here, or leave, I don't give a shit. I'd rather you come up here and have a conversation, but it doesn't matter. I love good energy, I love it, bring it right up front. But guys, if you want to sit in the back on your phone, just leave. I don't give a shit, I really don't care. If not, come up here and have some fun. You're going to meet some good people up here. These are great people up here, right? So come up and say hello. See, the funny thing in life and business is that you're only as good as the people you're around, yes or no? Does that make sense? So when people are around you that don't believe in you, that don't support your goals and dreams, that don't support your vision, write this down. Tell them to fuck off. Are you with me? Because if you don't do that, they're going to kill you. You just don't know it yet. Does that make sense? I watch too many people that are talented, they've got a dream, they've got an idea, they've got vision, and yet some broke asshole will tell them you're not worth it, and you can't do it. And that's a dumb idea. And you're stupid because you're this color or that color or didn't grow up in the right place. I'm telling you right now, you were born a miracle. Born a what? Say, I have big things to do. Now turn left, right, and say, you don't know who you're sitting next to. Because one person, how many? Can change your life forever. But I'll tell you what always comes first. Please write this down. It's always family, faith, and fun. It could be faith, family, and fun, but nowhere in the top of the order is work. Does that make sense? But it's definitely, if you'll have your priorities straight, the rest will take care of itself. Everyone here should stay in their lane. Whatever your lane is, stay in your lane. You want to get paid ridiculous amounts of money, stay in your lane. Stay with what you're great at. If you'll focus on your greatness and you serve a lot of people and there's money in the industry, you're getting paid. You got to build business credit. I don't care what your company is, you got to have business credit. And I like to use something called barter. Learn to trade for barter. There's a barter exchange called ITEX, write down ITEX. Everybody here that has a business should keep the cash. Is that okay? Please write this down. Cash is like oxygen for the small business. So keep the cash. You can use a barter exchange like ITEX and trade for almost everything. So if you're just starting out, or let's say you're less than 5 years in business, you're under 1 million in revenue, please understand, save the money. Is that clear, everybody? And understand this, with partners, the more defined it can be, and if there's going to be an exit, make sure it's clear before you start, because it'll save you so many headaches down the road. The other option is that whatever you guys settled on, offer to pay her double just so she goes away, you know what I'm saying? And then actually have it signed off by some great attorneys. But I'm going to tell you, the last thing to do is, I'm not an attorney, so I'd highly recommend you get some legal help. Good? And now all of a sudden your position is an influencer. Now, on your Facebook, always put a link, write this down, to your Facebook group. You always start a tribe by using a free platform that everybody can join, that you only give content to. One of the best sources of content are called 20-minute content interviews. So you launch a podcast. You download an app, it's free. It's called Anchor. It's owned by a company called Spotify. If you'll do that, now you've got a podcast to invite people to. You go to GoDaddy, pay the $8, point a domain name to your podcast. You take the content from that and you put it inside the Facebook group. So if you're going to build a tribe, everybody write this down. Until you hit 1,000 members, no sales. Content, 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 content. Bring on experts that give content. Now you could link to their page. They're an outside expert that might sell something, but don't try to sell any of your own stuff. Is that clear? So now as you're building that Facebook page, you're building that tribe up, the best thing to do is once again is provide some live content. So I recommend you guys get this other app, write this down, called InShot. It's roughly $9 a year. InShot, you only want to shoot 1-minute videos. How long? How long? Okay, so the content inside that video is always pure content, 1 tip on this, 3 tips on that, 2 ideas for this. And the minute you create the content, InShot will put it out to all your social media channels. And you should have an opt-in in there. So there should be a way to join your Facebook group, or if you're going to go to a text opt-in model, like Austin talked about Mobex, you can have them go link to a sales funnel. Hey guys, you can come in and sit down. It's okay. It's free. Guys, come in and sit down. We're just going to. You'll get a seat for the award show too. So I'd grab a seat. This is nothing but just good Q&A. You guys can ask anything you want, and if I can give you guys some ideas with growing your business, awesome. Does it make sense so far? So now that you've done this, everybody, once you've got this done, go to Canva, C-A-N-V-A, or there's another one you can write. I also like Upwork is very good for the same idea. Upwork you'll pay for. Canva's free, but get a book cover done. The minute you get your book cover done, you put that in your Facebook group. The minute you get your book cover done, you go to this website called Google, you type in Haro, H-A-R-O, and you get yourself listed on Haro. Does that make sense, everybody? Haro is literally the place that reporters look for experts. The minute you got a book, you got an influencer page, now you got your own podcast, it raises the bar of who you are, yes or no? It's a great idea for business. If there's no buzz, there's no business. No buzz, no business. It's your job to create the buzz. Now the minute you do all this, right, now you're ready to invite the tribe. So now you can begin to run impression-based ads. You can begin to post out content. You can even run virtual events. Write this down. Run virtual events on a platform called Eventbrite. If you guys will use Eventbrite, you can pick any city where your Facebook is at. You can run the Eventbrite. It will invite all of your Facebook friends and show them in a database. Does that make sense? Now that's all for like $12 a month. So each month you can move, each week you can say, week 1 is Dallas, week 2 is going to be New York, week 3 is Miami. And all you do on your Eventbrite, which costs you nothing, is you add it to Facebook. When you add it to Facebook, it pulls all your Facebook data in that market. It invites them through Messenger right to your free event, which now you capture the data. And of course, this is important, everybody. On your Eventbrite page and on your Facebook page, you always put free access to our group. When you add it to Facebook, it makes you rewrite the copy. Just cut and paste the copy, but make sure, and don't miss this one, or you'll miss it, hook, line, and sinker, put a link to your Eventbrite for the event, and put a link to your free group. Does that make sense? Now what happens, whoever's on your Facebook in those cities every week is getting information from you. You can do the video 1 time. How many times? Do the video 1 time and play it over and over and over each week. But now you've got 52 cities you can hit over 52 weeks. How many times you make the recording? Once. What's your total cost for your marketing? $13 a month. Is that pretty good, yes or no? Write this down. Learn it, do it, delegate it. Learn it, do it, delegate it. Stay in your greatness. Stay in your business. Stay in what you're super talented at. It'll make your life a lot easier. I learned a process called add value first, expect nothing in return. Please write that down, guys. How do you add value first, expect nothing in return? So what I spent my money on is I spent my initial dollars on masterminds or events where these guys would be at. If there was events that had X number of people connected to my perfect customer, I spent money there. So any event that I could get to where I could sponsor and speak for 5 or 10 minutes, but the right people were in the room, not so much the customers, guys, write this down, I was looking for the connectors. I was not trying to go get customers. My focus was if I got connectors, I'll get plenty of customers. But once these guys started talking about our brand, how we help them make money, our sales went like this, guys. You want to get to momentum, it's not grinding. You will not get momentum by grinding. You'll get momentum by finding the flow, which means have a great product or service that's priced right. And please, everybody, stop lowering your price. Amazon, Walmart, they compete on price. Small business, you all compete on value. What I'm teaching you is stuff we do every day. Does that make sense? This is not theory. I'm not telling you stuff 20 years ago. Because I'm telling you, what you did 2 years ago is not the same today. Is that clear? What you did 2 years ago is not the same today. Your online brand matters. You know, they look at your Instagram, they look at your Facebook, right? And they can check right away. And they're going to figure out, is this a service, yes or no, right? And I will tell you this, that you've got to be committed to adding so much value that your customers think you're nuts. Is that clear? Write down this name, Will Smith. He was so good. He said, if you're not there for the hard work, he said, don't show up for the party. Does that make sense? And I live by that. If people are that negative, man, just cut them out of your phone. You got to do it right away, everybody. How many of you guys know some negative people? How many of you guys know some really negative people? How many of you guys live with that person? Ouch, yeah, right? I'm not a relationship coach, but I will tell you this. Write this name down, Jim Rohn. What Jim Rohn said, he was Tony Robbins' business coach and first mentor. He said, you can help 1,000, you can't carry 3. And I find people all the time trying to carry people. That's not where the magic's at. Find people today that'll run with you.